in terms of the levels of need that we're seeing currently. In January, we were very much close to hitting peak numbers that we were seeing needed support during COVID and lockdown. There are more and more families coming to use the food bank and our other services that have maybe never used the food bank and that kind of support before.
Demand is up by more than 300% compared to pre-pandemic times.
Not only are numbers rising steeply, but the complexity of issues that people are facing. Yes, we're seeing who are working, but who simply don't have enough to get by due to low wages or insecure hours.
We have a high number of people who can't pay their bills, and the food support we're giving them just isn't enough.
700 people a week, and this is a huge increase, more than double in the last 6 months. The level of support we're offering on this scale feels unsustainable.
Increase in demand over the last several weeks. Recently, the increase has been from newer clients. A lot of them are older. I spoke to a lady the other day there, and at the age of 68 had to ask for help with food for the first time in her life.
We've definitely experienced a sharp increase in the demand for food bank services. People are definitely finding that their money's not going as far anymore.
Many are having to deal with the pressures and anxieties of their essential expenditures exceeding their incomes.
A lot of older people ringing up. Conversations are going along the lines of we've never needed food bank before, and this is the first time, and we never expected to be in this situation.
High numbers of people using the food bank. Now, overwhelmingly, the reason that we're seeing is that people are in debt, and they are in debt because they cannot afford to pay for the basics of life.
This is particularly worrying because we know that energy prices will be far higher from April onwards.
Honestly, as at Food in Community and at other food banks that we talk to, it's worrying all the professionals as well. We're wondering how we're going to manage a sudden huge increase in the number of clients.
On top of independent food bank numbers, there are nearly 1,400 Trussell Trust food banks, as well as hundreds of food banks run by the Salvation Army, schools, hospitals and universities. And there are also thousands of other types of food aid provider working across the UK to support people unable to afford food.
Government need to make sure that people have enough money to afford the basics that they need for living every day. Benefits need to keep up with inflation.
There's several things that the government could do to help people. Definitely look at a cash first approach when supporting people rather than relying on the use of food bank.
We need better standards from employers. We need guaranteed hours and a commitment to the living.
The government should make 0 hours contracts illegal.
People in crisis, we need to see the government offering cash first targeted support.
Or cash grants to local councils so they can distribute them and provide dignity and grace to those people.
Inequality in Britain is becoming more pronounced. The government must act decisively and comprehensively to help those who are increasingly struggling to afford to live.